of sitting with a needle sticking into my arm for half an hour terrified
Right.
me.
Well, it's not
Especially
technically it's
since I
the
was told
hose that
one
sits
of the
there
risks
for that
about
long.
getting-
Hey buddies, it's your girl AyChristene, and today we are checking out This Made All of My Hair Fall Out. Storytime by Wolfychu. I want to know what happened. I want to know what made her hair fall out, what happened, what's going on. I know when this ain't about me. Let's see what happened for her. All right, link is in the description box below. But before we get into it, special shout out to our members. Boop. All right, let's get into the video. Link down below.
Good health is something a lot of healthy people take for granted. I definitely did. I used to be the kind of person who would just forget to eat and easily only go by with 1 to 2 meals a day. One of which would usually just be cereal
I've been guilty.
as well.
I've been guilty.
I lived like this for such a long time, and it wasn't until I became vegetarian,
especially when you're
on
working,
top of this, that some changes slowly started to happen. Anyone else here who's vegetarian or vegan might know where this is going. It wasn't really obvious that there was anything wrong with me. A couple of things did happen, like
what?
I remember carrying 2 bedside tables with Jordan from one room of the house to another, and being so tired after that I just laid down on the floor completely out of breath.
Oh, wow.
It was just 2 bedside tables, one after the other, and I wasn't
They're
even
normally
carrying them alone.
They
At
can
the
be
time,
light.
I
They
thought
can
that
be
it
heavy.
must just
They can be
because
heavy.
I'm unfit, so I tried really hard to get back into shape again. Jordan and I started going for runs every single day. I'm honestly not a big fan of going for runs, but I did my best.
That's good. That's good.
Every single time, though, I'd have to stop because I get these really painful cramps. I thought that this was also from being unfit, but time was passing and it wasn't getting any easier. While this was happening, I started to notice that appearance-wise, I was looking worse and worse as well. I didn't really look like myself anymore.
Oh,
my
dear.
skin looked tired and pale. Yes, even more pale than it is now. The worst thing was my hair, though. I've always had really thick hair, and I don't know at what point this started changing, but all of a sudden my hair was becoming really, really thin, to the point where I felt really self-conscious about it.
Yikes.
I didn't want to tie it up anymore because I felt bad about how small my ponytail had become. I was starting to feel like I'd rather wear a wig in my everyday life. I didn't know what was happening, but I thought that maybe it could be from stress. In Australia at
So
the
she
time,
wasn't eating
we'd only
enough.
just gone through a couple months of bushfires and constant smoke
Well,
every day.
I remember the
which
fires,
had been really
yeah.
scary, and I thought maybe that was the reason. And that's also what I expected the doctor to tell me when I went in for a blood test. I definitely wasn't expecting to hear what he actually had to tell me.
What did he say?
You have iron deficiency anemia. Your iron levels are dangerously low. A very quick and basic explanation of this is that if you don't have enough iron, then you can't produce enough red blood cells, which is what carries the oxygen around your body.
I love that anime. I gotta see season 2. I almost saw season 1.
There are a lot of symptoms that come with anemia. Mine came along
the
so
cramps, you see
gradually
that?
that I just didn't notice until it got to this point. Since my results were so bad, I was told that I'd need to get an iron infusion. This is basically where they put you on a drip and infuse iron directly into your blood. These usually take about half an hour. And for me, the kind of person who's very scared of needles, the thought of sitting with a needle sticking into my arm for half an hour terrified me.
Well, it's not technically
it's
the hose that sits there for that long.
One of the risks about getting an iron infusion is that you could get a huge permanent stain on your arm.
Oh my gosh.
I completely
really?
refused to do it. I was so scared of it and desperately wanted to find
No,
another
but you've
way
got
to
to do
get
it.
better.
You've got to do something.
The doctor didn't recommend going on iron supplements to fix it because it would take so much longer. The biggest issue was that this happened right as COVID first became a thing. I was told that if I happened to catch COVID while my body was this weak, it probably would have killed me. So I didn't really have any choice but to go
you got to
through
do
with the
it.
treatment.
You got to do it.
This was the first time in my life that I'd ever had any real
medically
health scare,
compromised.
and I was so annoyed at myself for not being able to pick up on any of the signs before that. By the time I went in for my iron infusion, I had about a quarter of my hair left, and I was feeling really sad and really scared.
Oh,
it
I'm
was
sorry,
the
babe.
longest half an hour of my life. I can't even begin to tell you the amount of relief I felt once it was finally done. I didn't want to be in any photos or anything for a really long time because I just felt upset seeing myself.
For the
Healing
hair,
from
yeah.
This was a very long process. It
Yeah, I
took
see
my
the
hair
greens.
over a year
Spinach,
to grow
they say
back,
help.
and it was growing back
Beans
in such
help.
an awkward way that most days I just resorted to wearing a hat instead. I even went and bought a wig that looked similar to my hair because I thought
really?
maybe I could just wear that every day instead. But
You know,
I
do what
actually
you've gotta
didn't
do.
end up using it. Most of you guys already know that I'm very shy and extremely self-conscious, and throughout the entire time that this was going on was definitely my lowest point.
I can understand
my hair
that.
was a really tough experience for me.
I'm sorry, baby.
And now, almost a year and a half later, I'm really glad to be looking almost 100% back
That's
to
good.
normal.
That's
and
good.
I'm
That's good.
definitely being a lot more conscious of what I eat.
Yes,
I really
yes,
didn't
yes.
want to talk about any of the changes that I was going through, or even make any kind of reference to it at all on my channel, especially as I was going through it, because I really didn't want to make anybody worry. I was really hesitant on making
I
a
understand
video
that.
about it at all, but I thought it might help anyone who was going through a similar situation. Please be sure
For
to subscribe
sure.
and hit the notification.
She's so cute. I can understand, right? You don't really, because for me, things can come from a different point of not sharing too much. There's the aspect of being judged, misunderstood is like another big one. Having people worry is another thing. Like the other day, I had tweeted about something that was bothering me, and the love and the way that people showed up for that was absolutely amazing. But when it came to replying, I did like one tweet to reply to everybody versus replying to everybody's tweet individually, because I didn't want more people getting notifications for me replying to the people and what they said, and then more people seeing the thing that I was bothered about. And I didn't want people to get really worried about me and whether I'm still happy, or, you know, if I'm sad or depressed or anxiety, and that goes into paranoia. It becomes a cycle. It becomes a cycle. So I understand the aspect of you not wanting people to worry, because especially when you are on the internet, when that's where you are, when the internet worries about you, it can possibly be overwhelming depending on what happens, right? I've had some people who worried about a friend that were hitting me up saying, hey, can you check on this person? And I know the person was fine, but they didn't share. They just, they were taking their time, right? They're taking their time. So I can understand how it can be overwhelming for you and the people that are around you, right? If the internet worries about you. So again, thank you for everybody who made those statements. For her, I will say, I can understand you being wrapped up in work and other things that you may not be keeping a track on what you're eating. I've been there. Everybody, just do a check-in with yourself. Do a check-in with yourself. I am proud to say that I have been doing better in regards to, like she said, I've started working out with my husband. I've been even more mindful. I have some health things that I haven't made like a formal video or whatever about it. And watching her video, it's just that relatability. There's so much that I can relate to in regards to whether you want to share or say or make a video about it, because you don't really want to stir up a lot about it yet until you're ready. But I'm glad that she's feeling better. I'm glad that she's doing better. And I'm glad that she's actually taking steps. I'm glad that she took the step to make sure that she was going to be okay during COVID, because that's a serious thing. But then I'm glad that even after, she's been keeping up with what she needs to make sure she's okay. That's really good. So I'm proud of her. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you like that video, check out the link in the description box below to support Wolfychu. If you like this video, hug the like button. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I love you guys as always. And until next time, buddies. Toodles.